So I went for quarters. Hasn't worked out exactly how I wanted it to, but there's definitely quarters. It's stacked. By stacked, I mean it's stacked. Right? So that's right up to the ledge. We've got a good 3 inches, 2 inches of topping in there. That is a lot. Okay, now I've got two ways of finishing this off. I wanted to show you both. Now, I could chuck the toppers on now. I could do that. But this is going to set, and the weight of it is going to drag it all down. So, what you want to do is tap it down. Okay, does nothing other than start it to just drop. I'm going to chuck this into the fridge. Now, because of the size of this, it's going to take a while to set. I'd say this is going to take about 2 hours, maybe 3. So I'll check back in then. Now the lighting might not be as good when I come back, but in 2 or 3 hours when I come back and that's all nicely set, what I'm going to do on the strawberry is I've still got some of the strawberry puree left over, so I'm going to put a layer of strawberry puree on top of the strawberry pieces. I'm going to slice up those tomatoes that I had left over, and they're going to be arranged on the strawberry as well. I've then got the chocolate buttons. Chocolate buttons are then going to be decorated off onto the chocolate bits. Now, you don't need to see that. You know it's going to be good. But I'll post a little video when it's being cut, and we'll see some reactions. In the meantime, I'll pop this into the fridge. Pull out second big base tin. Pull out a little cake tin. Now, you can make a cheesecake in this. It's fine. It's going to take a lot less we have to do. Again, I've still got some of that digestive stuff mixed over. I've still got some of the strawberry stuff mixed over, some of the chocolate stuff mixed over, which is why I'm going to make myself a little singular fingular. I'm going to mix in the strawberry with the chocolate, and nicely put that through. And I'll probably use some of the buttons to put onto the top. I might nick some of the strawberry to do the same as well. But it's the same process as before. Melt some butter, a little bit of treacle with the digestive biscuits. Mix all that together. Pat that down into the base of the tin. Make sure that everything is sealed right the way around the tin. You don't want any little gaps at all. You want that base to be able to set properly. Set that away in the fridge. It's going to take at least half an hour to harden up and make sure that it's tight enough for anything to go on top. While that's away in the fridge, you can then make up your cheesecake. You're going to take some double cream, mascarpone cheese and some caster sugar. Now you're going to mix these together in a proportion. This basically works out as about half the sugar to the mascarpone cheese that you're using, and you're going to use about the same again of the double cream. Mix all that together. As I say, at this point you can add whatever flavour you want. I've used strawberry and chocolate today, but that doesn't mean that you can't use exactly the same to do a little bit of vanilla in there, lemon, or whatever takes your fancy. Mix all that in. Once that's all mixed in and lovely, if you've basically taken your time over this and make sure all this is mixed in, and it may take a little bit of time to work it in properly, you can check your base. Now the base probably hasn't been set yet, but if you give it about half an hour from the time that you put it in, pop that on top of your base, put that back into the fridge afterwards. When you're putting that mixture on top of the biscuit base, by the way, it's worthwhile poking right the way through. This stops any air pockets or any bubbles that might occur within the mix on there while you're ladling it in, because you are going to need to ladle it in. And again, you want to be pressing that into corners wherever you can, and that's where air bubbles might appear. Chuck them right the way in. Pop that into the fridge. Give it 2-3 hours. Out comes the cheesecake. You've not cooked. You can do this with kids. You know, I'm not saying you can make a child into a cheesecake. That would be wrong. Added to that, they're not very tasty, and you know, need a lot of sugar to cover that up. But you can use your kids as little personal slaves while they work away with you to make up the cheesecake. Though I do find they tend up putting their fingers in everything and tasting everything all the way through. But hey, saves them the washing up at the end. Anyway, have fun, enjoy, cook when you can, and enjoy the food. This is going to be a damn good cheesecake. Take care. Peace.